Welcome to the Deep Dive. We take your sources, articles, reviews, notes, and, well, we boil them down to what you really need to know. Today we're tackling something pretty unique, a compact, very introspective pictorial novella. It's called It's Me, Not You, by Carl M.S.
Yeah, it's quite a piece. And the setting is striking too, this elite university town right below the Great Alps.
Wow.
Carl M.S. really uses that huge grand landscape to kind of contrast the really messy internal emotional stuff happening.
Oh, absolutely. And the style. Just the style itself is fascinating. Our sources mentioned the Gen Alpha slang.
Right, like Rizmaster, slang, Loki exhausted.
Exactly, and how the narration just shifts constantly. One moment it's straightforward storytelling.
And the next, the author's talking directly to you, the reader, almost lecturing, demanding you look at yourself.
Yeah.
It's a clever use of language, isn't it? ChatGPT's review points out how it anchors the book right now, culturally, but it also uses that sort of surface lightness to underscore some really heavy themes.
So our mission today then, drawing from Gunavera and Adria, Chitong PT, we're looking past the obvious stuff, right? The who likes whom trauma.
Exactly. Past the sort of surface triangle of affections, we want to get to the real core. This idea of self-reckoning, the absolute chaos inside one person's heart.
Okay, let's start with Fajita. She's the epicenter of all that chaos. Brilliant, super restless.
And on the surface, totally thriving, right?
Yeah, outwardly she's this total queen, needs all the attention. But the book, like right away, sets up this huge paradox.
And that paradox is just crucial. Inside, she's completely drained from being on all the time.
Because the performance is just exhausting.
Totally. And she feels intensely unseen, which is ironic given she's always surrounded by people watching her.
Watching the performance, though, the version she built.
Exactly. And you got to remember, getting into this elite world was a massive struggle for her. So she's terrified, you know?
Terrified of anyone seeing the effort, the vulnerability it takes to stay there.
Precisely. Can't let that guard down.
Okay, let's dig into that more. Anna Adria's critique mentions the rhythm of the story, deliberate.
Yeah, this back and forth between spotlight and silence, crush and emptiness, chaos and calm.
It sounds like it's designed to give the reader whiplash almost, to mirror what's going on inside Fajita.
Well, it's her defense mechanism, isn't it? She needs the spotlight to feel real, validated, but then she immediately needs the silence to recover from the sheer pressure of keeping up the act.
So it's not just a romance story.
Not at all. It's really about how she uses people. The other characters are like mirrors or shields?
Defined by how they feed into or maybe threaten her need for that external validation.
Exactly.
Okay, so we have three key players orbiting her. First up, Benjamin.
Benjamin, the noise.
Right. Football captain, Svarsky heir, commands attention, loud, pushes boundaries.
And Fajita's drawn to that, drawn to his confidence because it reflects well in the spotlight she craves.
Yeah.
But there's no real depth there. She even notes his sort of inherent disregard. He's just like noise, loud noise.
Okay. Then there's Sullivan. He's dubbed the empty echo.
Yeah, the witty guy. Easy banter, inside jokes, keeps her amused.
He sounds safe.
He is. Gunavera calls him the buffer. Keeps the energy up, keeps loneliness away. But Fajita knows it's surface level.
Right. His laughter leaves that aftertaste of emptiness.
He doesn't demand anything real from her, just entertainment. Safe, but ultimately empty, like the name suggests.
And then the third one, the potential threat. Kailan, yeah. The quiet truth.
He's the opposite. Goat of chill, professor's aide, tennis pro, described as silently distant yet super welcoming.
He's the big disruptor because he doesn't seem to need anything from her or anyone.
The book says he's no capping and serving realness.
Yeah, exactly. He seems to just see past her whole performance.
And those moments of eye contact, they feel different to her.
Yeah, like a quiet familiarity that felt almost like trust. And that terrifies Fajita.
Because trust implies vulnerability, letting the guard down.
So Kailan's approach is different too, right? The analysis talks about unspoken affection.
Very different. It's all subtle, genuine gestures. A perfectly folded paper crane left on her desk.
Wow.
Or maybe just a single flower, no big pronouncements. And crucially, he asks for nothing in return.
And that's the threat.
Yeah.
His patience, his lack of demands.
It's fascinating, isn't it? He's described as steadier, unspoken, genuine, patient, doesn't ask for anything back.
He doesn't fit her script, where she's in control of the interaction.
Exactly. So genuine kindness feels dangerous to her.
Why? Why does stability make her want to run?
Because he sees her, the real her, under the act. Fajita thinks, I just couldn't fake it with him. He could see through her skin, into her soul.
Okay.
And if she accepts his quiet kindness, she has to drop the performance.
Which means losing control over her image. The image she thinks keeps her safe and powerful.
So the second she starts to feel any admiration for him, boom, fear takes over. Self-preservation kicks in.
Pure self-sabotage then.
The textbook, her internal defenses just flip.
Yeah.
That admiration twists into actual resentment.
Resentment. Because she can't control him or predict him. Because she actually wants that connection, maybe?
Yes. His quiet willingness to comply, his composure, it actually causes her ache. She needs distance to feel safe.
So she actively avoids him,
Yeah.
starts to rationalize hating him.
Yep. Hatred comes easy, she tells herself. It's easier than dealing with complex, vulnerable feelings.
And she starts seeing him as, what, a cold-blooded Joe?
Yeah.
Serial killer vibes?
Crazy, right. She convinces herself his calm exterior must be a mask. It's all self-protection. She has to destroy the idea of his goodness to keep her own walls up.
It really shows how her own fears are the real enemy here. The real wall isn't social status, it's her own defenses.
Exactly.
Okay, this tension builds to a two-part climax. First, the scene called Shattered Grace.
Ah, yes. She trips, falls, public embarrassment, crowd laughs.
And Carolyn's the only one who helps.
The only one. Kneels down silently, just says, "You are okay." Offers that quiet reassurance. Then he just withdraws. And that's key. He doesn't chase her, doesn't feed into the drama. He completely flips her script.
She expects to be pursued, maybe? Still be in charge even after being vulnerable.
Probably. But he just helps her up, steadies her, and walks away. He gave her grace, but didn't demand anything for it. She even thinks, instead, you did it quietly. Lifted me up and then withdrew.
Wow. Okay. And the final blow comes later, on Results Day. The day of remembrance.
Yep. High stakes. Fajita, still caught up in her own internal storm, sees her name pass.
And Kaylin.
He fails comms, communications, the very subject he was the professor's aide for.
Ouch. And there was gossip about his answers being switched.
Immediately, the context is critical TA for the course, suddenly fails, doesn't add up.
And how does Fajita react, given everything?
With pure cold spite. She needs to maintain control, rub it in, maybe, show him how unaffected she is by him.
So she confronts him.
Coldly, brags about acing comms, really twisting the knife, wants to make sure he feels that distance.
And what does he say?
Just, I don't have anything to say. And that's it. Their last conversation.
God, that's brutal. But the real gut punch comes later.
2 weeks later, her birthday party. She's maybe boasting about her results, and then she hears the truth. Someone spells it.
Which is?
Kylan didn't just fail his scholarship. He ghosted the re-exam. Because he switched his with mine.
He switched the papers. Sacrificed his own result for hers.
Yeah. Maybe he saw she needed the win more. Or maybe it was just principle acting on some internal code. We don't fully know his motive, just the action.
And Fajita. How does she take this?
It hits her hard. All her venomous spite, the bragging, the coldness, it all replays in her head. She's just gutted.
Whispers, I destroyed you.
Yeah, the full weight of it. She didn't just sabotage herself this time. She wrecked the one person who actually saw her. That's the reckoning.
But there's no time for that to sink in, is there? Benjamin shows up right then.
Right then. Slips that huge Swarovski diamond on her finger in front of everyone, claims his prize.
So the noise, the performance, it just swallows that moment of quiet self-discovery.
It's the ultimate false closure, isn't it, as the sources call it. She chooses the easy, visible path. The performance wins.
But inside...
Inside, her last thought confirms the damage. Yes, I destroyed you. And then finally the title clicks into place. Damn, it's me, not you.
So the story sticks with you, not because of the sacrifice itself, but because she finally gets it. The weight was always hers.
It wasn't about choosing Benjamin or Kaylin, really. It was about choosing between her performing self and her hidden, reserved core.
The real barrier was her own guard, her habits, her self-image, her sabotage, as the critics put it.
And crucially, Guinevere notes this isn't really a moment of redemption. It's me, not you, that's clarity. Overwhelming clarity.
She sees the cage she built for herself.
Exactly. But the tragedy is the clarity comes too late to change the choice she just made. It only confirms how pointless it all was. She's still choosing Benjamin, the external validation, even knowing the costs now.
So, one thing. If Callan was so quiet, almost passive in a way, how did he end up being such a huge catalyst?
That's where the archetypal read comes in. Caliban isn't passive, he's principled. He intervened out of principle, maybe just to nudge things back towards some kind of balance.
Nudge the web she was caught in.
Sort of. He made a sacrifice he could bear, perhaps just to steady the moral compass that her ambition and the world around her had knocked askew.
So it wasn't about winning her. Or shaming her.
Probably not. More like a quiet commitment to something decent. Principle.
Which makes her reaction, the cold shoulder, the total lack of gratitude, reflect only on her.
Exactly. It mirrors her own nature, a nature the analysis suggests that just cannot handle gratitude, autonomy, and the quiet debt of kindness all at once.
That's, well, a really uncomfortable psychological point the book makes you face.
And it leads straight to that really chilling elegy from the Oscar Brown Jr. poem, the one that anchors the whole critique.
Right, the story about the woman saving the half-frozen snake.
Mm-hmm. Takes it in, warms it up, and then it bites her.
And the snake says,
"You knew damn well I was a snake before you took me in."
Whoa, that's dark. And the sources apply this to Fajita.
They do, as a stark reminder that some natures don't change no matter how much warmth you offer. It suggests her self-destructive streak might just be who she is, too deep to fix, even with this huge moment of clarity.
So the enduring message really is, the weight was hers, her fears fought dirty, drove the whole outcome.
So you got the superficial, wins the guy, the ring, the grade, but sacrificed the genuine connection, sacrificed maybe her chance at becoming a healthier version of herself.
Okay, so wrapping this up for our listeners, what's the key takeaway here?
I think the big insight from this deep dive is how often our biggest battles are internal, against our own self-sabotage.
Yeah.
We use external relationships, conflicts, whatever, as screens to project our own fears onto, the ones we don't want to face directly.
Fajita's story is like a case study in choosing fear over, well, over freedom or connection.
Definitely. Which brings us to that final kind of provocative thought. The source material gives this little hint of an epilogue.
Oh yeah, that's that.
Just mentions Fajita, back with Benjamin, starts slacking and drifting once more, looking down on the peasants, and then the chilling line. That'll catch up to her on its own. So she had the realization. She whispered the title's meaning. But did she really change?
That's the question to leave people with then, if that fear of losing control is so ingrained.
Right. Can even a massive moment of self-awareness, seeing the destruction you caused, can that actually be enough to change your path?
Or is she just stuck in that cycle of self-destruction? Will the reckoning lead to redemption or just more of the same?
Something to think about.
Indeed. We'll leave you that thought. Until next time on The Deep Dive.